The only place to start the story properly, really, is with the release now, not the seizure. I covered the seizure the other day, didn't I? Because the release is where the contradiction actually is here. You don't take a ship for carrying an illegal consignment, check the crew, declare everything fine, and then keep the consignment unless the consignment was the point. Iran held the Talara for a few days, and when it left Iranian custody, the vessel had no cargo on board anymore. 30,000 tons of petrochemical product had remained behind. The crew walked, the ship sailed, but the cargo stayed put. And that alone tells you the seizure wasn't about criminal law. If Iran believed the cargo was stolen Iranian material, as has been alluded in some publications, they would have said so. If they believed the operator was engaging in smuggling, they'd have charged someone, wouldn't they? If the shipment was simply undocumented, they'd have fined the relevant company. They didn't do that either. They just kept the goods. And in the Strait of Hormuz, where shipping and geopolitics sit on top of each other so tightly you can't pull the map apart from the waterway, that silence is never neutral. So once you've absorbed that point, you look at who owns the ship in which case. And again, the press had this information. The Talara is operated out of Cyprus by Columbia Ship Management and owned on paper by Pasha Finance, a single-vessel shell company registered in Limassol in Cyprus. Except when you check the Cyprus corporate registry, Pasha Finance does not appear. That's not unusual for certain maritime structures that rely on offshore filings, but it does tell you that the company is it's not a normal commercial operator with transparent filings, therefore. And then you pick up the Cypriot reporting that Pasha Finance has been linked to the Aliyev family in Azerbaijan, the family that sits at the top of Pasha Holdings' political and economic network. That link is reported. It's not documented in a registry, which is why it must be handled as reported fact, not proven beneficial ownership, but it is there in the record. And when a tanker owned by a company with reported ties to Azerbaijan's ruling family gets seized by Iran and loses its cargo, that's a political event whether anyone wants to admit to it or not.